Hi everyone, I'm Danny. Do you know you are all liars? Raise your hand or nod your head or put yes in the chat if you believe that you're not a liar. Lying to yourself is like paying yourself with counterfeit money and believing that you're wealthy. If you, in the last 12 months, 3 months, last month, or even this afternoon, has said to yourself, I'm not good enough, I'm not talented enough, I'm not fit enough, I'm not old enough, I'm not young enough, you are lying to yourself. Your inner voice is lying to you. And the issue is, you're believing it. And you're building your life around these lies. These lies that have been implanted into your mind by the imposter living in there rent-free. Now, before you say to me, it's not my fault. I've had problems. I've been ground down by life. I've got issues with this, problems with that. We all have problems. People out there have got problems. Your problems, your issues are no more important than somebody else's. Now, it may not be your fault, but look around you. There's people out there flourishing with these issues. And what's the difference? Why are they moving forward and you're standing still? It's because they're not listening to that voice. And if they are, they're doing something about it. I know I've been the biggest offender in the room. Now, have you looked at yourself, looked at your life and thought, is this it? Where am I now? Is there anything else? I have. It's August the 20th, 1996. And it's a hot, sticky summer's day. And I'm sat on my bed in a room so small that it feels like you could touch all four walls if you stood in the middle. And I'm sat on my bed with my head in my hands, and questions are coming at me like bullets. I've served 12 years in the military, and it's time to leave. Am I going to survive out there? Shall I stay? Can I stay? And then from the open window, there's a shout, a sergeant shouting orders. And it snaps me back into reality. No, I'm leaving. I've made my decision and I'm leaving. So I pick up my suitcases, 2 suitcases with all my worldly belongings inside. And I leave the tiny room, the small room which has been my home for the last 2 years, down the stairs, out into the world. Life is going on around me. There's soldiers marching. There's sergeants shouting orders. But I'm in a trance. I can't process it all. And I'm walking along the square towards 2 big iron gates. As I get towards the gates, they open. The threshold is like a force field that I can't seem to cross. Behind me is my identity. It's who I've been for the last 12 years. My rank, my regiment, my superiors, my colleagues, my identity have been given to me. This is what I've known for 12 years. Out there is nothing. I'm stepping into the unknown. So I step across the supposed force field and into my new life. I'd lost my identity. And when you lose your identity, it creates a space, a void lacking happiness, joy, fulfillment, discipline, all the things I'd left behind. I created a space for my inner demons to come in, to sabotage that voice inside my head, that inner critic. I spiraled out of control, drinking too much, taking recreational drugs. I was losing who I was. I'd lost relationships with my family, lost relationships with my dad, my hero. I was not the man that he thought would return from the army, not the man he dropped off at the train station when I was 16 years old. I was somebody else. I was letting him down at every turn. I'd become someone I despised, untrustworthy, unreliable, undisciplined. And then one afternoon, one drug-fueled afternoon, I decided, what's the point? Who would miss me? Who would care? At least I wouldn't have to be ashamed of myself anymore. That was the darkest part of my life. But it turned out to be 100% the most important time. The next morning I woke and I was so ashamed. I was ashamed of what I'd thought about. I was ashamed about who I'd become, what I'd become. And I decided there and then I needed to do something different. I needed to make some changes. So what did I do? First of all, I had to be honest with myself. And I did something that I'd not been able to do for 2 years. I looked in the mirror. I'd not done it because I just didn't like the man looking back. And I said to myself, I asked myself 2 questions. 1, where am I now? And 2, where will I be if I don't make changes? Well, where am I now? I'm indisciplined, I'm untrustworthy, I'm unreliable, I'm falling out with people, I'm not a very nice guy, I'm drinking too much, I'm taking recreational drugs. That's where I'm at. I was honest. What would happen if I didn't make changes? Where would I be? I would probably not be here. I did not like those answers, but they were answers that forced change. I was honest. The second thing I had to do, I had to believe that I could get back to the man that I used to be. The boy who used to wake up on summer's morning with his ball and go running out onto the field looking for a game. I wanted to get back. I had to believe that I could get back to the Queen's Guardsman, the fighting man, the disciplined man, the respected man. Without belief, you can't move forward. Just 1% more of belief stops the doubt and you can move forward. The third and the most important thing that I had to do was transformation. I had to do the work. If you don't do the work, it doesn't matter how honest you are. It doesn't matter how much belief you've got. If you're not prepared to do the work. How many times have you started a change? You can all nod your head now and think, yes, that's me. How many times have you started the process of change, but fell at the first hurdle or failed miserably? Some of you will have done it multiple times. I've been there, I've done it. It's because you've not been honest enough, you don't believe enough, and you don't want to put the work in. Transformation is all about getting out of the comfort zone. Your comfort zone is nice and warm and comfortable. But it's a great place, the comfort zone. It's a beautiful place, but nothing grows there. You stay stuck. So I have created the HBT method. Honesty, belief, and transformation. Now, if you're honest with yourself and you ask those questions and you find out where you are in your life and you're truly honest and you write down the areas that need work, And then you believe you can get back to where you want to be, truly believe. And if you transform yourself by doing the work, you will get to where you want to be. I know, I've been there and I've done it. So, this is the process. And there's three things that I want you to take away from what I've said today. And you can do these today, tonight, tomorrow, as soon as possible. Number one, I want you to look in the mirror and I want you to be honest. And I want to ask yourself, who am I now? Where am I? Where am I now? That's what I want you to ask yourself. Where am I now in life? Be honest. Write it down. Number two, when that voice comes into your head, the imposter living rent-free in your brain, telling you all the lies, all the stuff that's not real, you say these four words. That is a lie. Face it. You're not covering it over it. You're facing it and challenging it head on. And the third and most important one, this is the work. Think of something now, or when you get home, think of something that can move you forward one step. Write it down and then do it. Do the work, because we can all talk about it. We can all post memes. We can all post other people's posters about living a beautiful life, living the dream from the heart. But if you're not prepared to do the work, it counts for nothing. So I help and support people to find their true identity. I help and support people to fight that inner voice that is telling them lies. I've got my hand outstretched. I've gone to the top of the hill. I'm reaching out now with my hand outstretched. It's your move. It's your time to make those positive changes. If you need my help, I'll just share my screen with you. If you need my help, I'll share the QR code shortly. Just fill in the form and we can have a chat. And then you can see and we can see whether we're a good fit. Remember, I've got my hand outstretched. It's up to you now to reach out and grab it. It's been a real privilege speaking to you today. I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.